Taylor Swift, if this is honestly the case, that you knew about what is happening and you were part of that 5-hour deranged yelling marathon that Ryan did on Justin in the New York Penthouse and you were right there, I think being a fan of yours is going to be a huge issue. That's the case. Let's get into this article. Taylor Hugh allegedly witnessed Ryan Reynolds confront Justin Baldoni about the fat-shaming Blake Lively. This headline, first of all, let me explain the fat-shaming, which I'm sure many of you already know. So basically, we all know the backstory of this, right? Justin basically has a back problem. He wanted to know what was her weight. So because he had to carry her, he wanted to make sure he doesn't injure his back. So he wanted to know it for that. And that's fat-shaming, as per Ryan, went on a rampage on it and attacked Justin like mad in a penthouse full of celebrities. Shame on you, Taylor Swift, who talks about bullying is not a good thing and that we have to stand up for the bullies. Yeah, where were you now? Where is the justice now? That means you know Ryan and Blake. You know who they stand for. And if this is the case, yeah, honey, yeah, you better not. There are a couple of things that Taylor Swift should not be doing, okay, even before we get into this article. First, don't go back to being Blake's buddy. Yeah, you will be cancelled like your song. And second is, if you do go back to Blake's buddy, you are just like them. And we will basically be like birds of the same feather flock together. We're going to categorize both of you. Let's get into the article. Baldoni went to Lively, New York, the NYC apartment, and on which the Canadian actor, Ryan Reynolds, the loser in my opinion, unloaded on Baldoni, telling him it was horrible to ask about a woman's weight. The context of which, Ryan, you knew what it was. Like, are you telling me you had no idea that he had gone to his fitness coach to ask Blake's weight and he did not confront Blake? He very politely wanted to know because of his back. Joker. This guy's such a loser, I'm telling you now. And he accused him of fat shaming, was completely embarrassed and apologized while shedding tears. Poor Justin. Justin is shedding tears for these morons. Yeah, Justin, you have nothing to shed tears about, honey. You shouldn't have. Yeah? These are bullies, in my opinion. That's what they are. Losers. Here they are pictured together, the losers. Remember? Hey, hang out together. Yeah, karma's hit you all now. Yeah, not able to laugh right now, right? The allegation comes once the Wayfarer co-founder Jamie Heard's team to Baldoni's publicist over an email in July 24. The reps for Swift and Jackman did not immediately respond. So basically, Jamie Heath wrote this in an email. Can you imagine that? I love it. This is called karma. It's all coming out. The truth is all coming out. And that explains why Taylor Swift was avoiding deposition, because she probably has to tell the truth that she was there. She's trying very hard to say that I have nothing to do with this, but yeah. An insider told the outlet that Swift believed Lively manipulated the timing of the meeting with Baldoni so that Swift would arrive before he left, and that singer didn't say anything to Baldoni except that she was excited to see it ends with us. Of course, she's going to be polite to Baldoni. Why will Taylor not be? But now, of course, Taylor's rep has to now come and jump in and claim this, that I was manipulated to be there. And it could be true. But I'm sorry, being witness to this, I'd like to understand more details. Yeah, here we are. The days of the buddy land. Okay, Baldoni was not just dealing with Lively, he was also dealing with Lively's dragons, two of the most influential celebrities in the world who were not afraid to make things very difficult for him. I know, I'm sure they did. Baldoni also claimed in his complaint that when he was invited to Lively Reynolds' New York Penthouse, a famously close friend was also present, which now we know for sure it's these losers for sure, yeah? And then, page 6 last, Swift and Lively were still keeping the distance from one another amid the Gossip Girls' ongoing court battle, which I think is a smart PR move for both of them, and I'm sure Taylor is the one who's initiated that more. So, the thing that I don't get the most about this whole situation is that I would like to understand Taylor's role in the whole thing. Now, I'm sure she's going to play the I didn't know, I stumbled into a situation like that, but you were okay with him being yelled at for 5 hours? And Hugh Jackman? I just lost respect for these two people. I mean, they didn't take any stance, and I think Taylor Swift is very worried about her own image. This is reality. This is what I think all these stars, Selena Gomez, Taylor Swift, all these big stars, what happens is when you get fame of that level, you start really worrying about your image, because it can be gone like that. And because that's what's happening to Blake and Ryan right now, right? So I think she is only worried about her own image and her bottom line for sure, because that explains a lot about why she's been quiet completely. I mean, she's not a quiet person. In the past, she's always spoken up.
I guess when I see someone else going through like a press thing, like if someone's like beating up on someone in the press, I just like immediately get really sad. Like that's because I know that's probably like blown out of proportion. Yeah.
But their PR teams have pretty much been like, nib it in the bud, Taylor, don't say a word. You stay out of it completely. And I think Even if Taylor is innocent or not, I think her being in the penthouse makes her look as guilty as the rest of them. But definitely, we need more context on it. It's just disappointing. And it's something I didn't really expect from Taylor. I expected her. Blake Lively will do anything now for an image makeover, in my opinion, because what's happened is now the image has gone to dogs. Yeah. We are getting exposed. Yeah. She's trying to replace the headlines, is what I think. So there's a new stunt. Blake Lively was spotted in Trader Joe's. Are the legal bills piling up? This is the TMZ paid network, in my opinion, who are now being her mouthpiece trying to defend her. Yeah, sure. Now that it's come out that the added scene, kissing scenes were done by her, now that all the receipts are coming out about all those video receipts, which are really damaging towards her, we now have to do an image rebuild because we need to replace all those headlines, those negative headlines against us, right? We are very good putting negative headlines out for Justin, and then we claim that Justin is a smear campaign king. But now we need to do this. Is reminding me of Meghan Markle and the Thanksgiving crap of her trying to cover up all that Kris Jenner blunders and deleting photos nonsense where they've sidelined her basically, and then she has to cover it up with the Thanksgiving crap that she did, right? Trying to steal the Princess Catherine's Christmas announcement by anyway, all that crap. So that woman is the same problem. These women are the same. They both are the same. And if you see the headlines, it's really hilarious. If I write just Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, which I did, just look at the articles coming up. Ryan makes hilarious revelation about his son. Now suddenly about the son. Now we're trying to be funny. They celebrate their 5 years of Hollywood training program. And then how the son loves their first movie, Green Lantern, about their love story. So complete trying to take over the headlines. Look at the headlines 20 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 8 hours ago. They are trying to cover up all the negative press that they're getting because they're getting exposed with Justin's receipts, which I'm here for. Thank you so much, Justin, for calling out the BS. This is amazing. I love it. Let's get into this article. So basically, Blake and Lyon's legal battle, oh my God, has been dragging on for about a year now. Yeah, guess why? And blood-sucking lawyers aren't cheap. They love those billable hours, and Blake certainly racked up. Blake Lively is, in my opinion, the dumbest woman who is coming across with a SH suit and does not have receipts to prove it. She needs to take a birthing video. This is the funny part. We need a birthing video of another woman. By the way, yeah, woman empowerment she talks about, but yeah, we can just take the most private moment of another woman and just use it for our benefit because you don't have any receipts. You created this whole shitstorm because let's face it, you had a big crush on Justin Baldoni and you had to cover it up. Yeah. Why, with that in mind, it looks like Blake took advantage of some savings here. She walked out with 3 paper bags full of supplies. Now she can't have her husband's a billionaire and she does not have hired help to take the stuff for her. Have they gone broke? Are they selling their house? I don't think so. That's why it's called a PR stunt. Yeah, and legal bills, she has already created a situation for herself and she has done all this drama. When you don't have receipts, honey, and you look like a fool right now because right now you just look like a bully, in my opinion, who's just trying to get somebody to call out. People are calling out the fact that you're a bully and calling out the fact that you're just going after Justin and everybody for no reason because you don't have receipts till now. We've been in this for 1 year. Yeah, now of course you're going to come up and say all this rubbish, right? Oh, we are now trying to save money on legal bills. You started this rubbish, honey, yeah? And you didn't expect a fight back from Justin. And you didn't expect Justin to have a billionaire backing him up the way you have Ryan Reynolds backing you up because, your net worth is 30 million. So you can't afford this legal battle. And I think you've lost maybe 30, 40 million as of now. Yeah. In this legal battle. So basically your net worth is done. And most probably Ryan, in my opinion, has said, get lost. I'm not going to pay for anything else. So you're running out of options. That's what I think you're doing. You're becoming desperate, honey. That's what it is. Guess what? Nobody's falling for these PR stunts. You guys can release 100 articles positive about yourselves. Your image is done. Blake and Ryan's image is already done, in our opinion. The public has realized what you guys are.